Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 26 of my Path to Playtomic Level 5 series. Today I'm partnering back up with Salik at Medway Campus and we're taking on Kelly and Darren on the other side of the net. Now, before we get into this game, I just want to say something. I'm going to kind of stop playing at Medway Campus because I've just learned that under the courts, apparently they don't have the shock absorbers or something, I think people are saying. So, this is now explaining why all my knees are kind of just feeling a bit rough and just really heavy. So yeah, from now on I'm going to stop playing there, and you'll see in the new videos coming out that I'll be playing at Square One in Sittingbourne, as it's much better to play there now, and it's finally open. So I'm going to enjoy playing there, and Medway Campus is going to be, you know, very short-lived, but you know, it's at this time on the channel. Hopefully we'll have more fun at Square One, and the courts look absolutely incredible there. Honestly, they look lovely. And also, before we get into the crux of this video, I just want to say, if you're enjoying the part of the Path to Playtomic Level 5 series, hit me a cheeky subscribe, like the video, you know, help me reach 100 subs. We're closing in on it. You know, I'm not far away. The channel's kind of been growing, you know. I've been seeing a lot of progress. So hit that subscribe button and follow. And now, as I get into this video, you know, obviously at Medway Campus, as I've stated before, and this was also a very good match. I'm back playing with Salik, as I explained earlier, and they do go up 40-15 here. We obviously took our first service game, which is always lovely to play, and this match I'm going to kind of show the highlights, and I think later on it just kind of goes into the match, because honestly the rallies here were incredibly long. There's some minute rallies that just go on for a really long time, and honestly it's fun, my matches now. The rallies are consistent, people are actually getting the ball back in play. Obviously I went through that period of time at the start where, you know, I'm not saying I was like miles better, I was still learning a lot, like playing paddle, but the rally's just very short, and as you see, I just peppered that backhand into the corner there. My backhand's really good now, and it's probably one of my strongest shots. And I remember the days on this channel when I weren't really effective because I was playing on the left, which honestly was a big mistake at the start on our part. But as I said, I was learning back then, so I didn't really know what was good in paddle and what my preferred side was and what I'd be stronger on. And now obviously playing on the right, you know, I'm just loving it. I'm really enjoying it. It's so fun to play over there. But obviously I play with people. Sometimes I stay left on the serve just because it just feels more natural, and you know, if it's easier for them, I just do it, like here with Salik. I don't mind it. If he feels like he can't get over there, I don't mind playing on the left for their service game. You know, it's good to also play on the left. Also still just learn how to play on the left. But yeah, the right is my natural side now. And also, guys, I've got a big update to say in this video. If you are watching, Kian and I did end up winning our league. We end up being Division 1 league winners in the Kent Paddle League. So, you know, you want to extend the congratulations in the comments, you know, we happily take it. But yeah, I was surprised we ended up winning the league. You know, we win a hoodie. And yeah, it was really fun to play in it. However, organising was a bit difficult, but you know, we got past it, and we kind of played all our opponents that we had to play except one, because everyone ended up getting a win for that one anyway. So, you know, it was a fun time, and we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna enter it again this year, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? Just for the future of this YouTube channel, it will be Path to Playtomic Level 5 episodes coming out. I've got a lot to edit, a lot to get through, and this is one of many, you know, I've got to go through. But as you can see, Salik and I, we go to 2-all here. We get the break back easily. We go back on our serve, and I kind of felt like we were the two dominant and higher ranked players. I felt on the court today. You know, I felt like our skill could kind of get us through this match. However, you know, our opponents were very good, honestly. I don't know if they played, I presume they played together quite a bit now, but they could get the ball back quite well. And Kelly, obviously, is a very strong player, I think, on the left there. She was very good. She hit some incredible shots, and, you know, she was a tough opponent to play against. I remember Salik saying that she was the stronger out of the two before the match, and you know, Darren was just more prone to mistakes. So we didn't target that. You know, I feel a bit bad when people target others in a game of paddle, but you know, sometimes it has to be done. We didn't do that in this match, I don't believe, but you know, sometimes it's a tactic you got to do if you're under pressure. So why not do it? But we do get 2 breakpoint opportunities here. I go for a really short lob, which doesn't work. And Kelly plays that over to Salik. And that lob stays in. She goes to lob him again, but unfortunately, that drop shot just doesn't work out for him. But we do get another chance to break. Salik keep the pressure on at the net. I'm at the back playing a forehand. I play that down the middle. Salik plays that, just another shot. And that opens up for a lovely shot down the middle by me. I was well happy with that. You just take that so well, and you've got a lot more time than you think on the paddle court, and that's why them shots that I'm just executing now, I'm just enjoying, and it just looks so good when they come off. And winning that last game did put a bit of distance between Salik and I and our opponents as we go 4-2 up. We do go 30-15 here, and that's what I mean. Kelly, she was really good at making shots, creating them little angles. A very tough opponent to play against, which does take us to 30-all. That goes to my overhead. And what I'm doing my overheads now, just taking a lot more calm in it. I'm not rushing them. And Salik does a little drop volley there as well, which works off and takes us to trying to get to 5-2 here, which does end up happening. Yeah, and as I was saying, my overheads, I just take calm in them now. I think I rushed them before and just trying to hit them as hard as I can. But what I've learned is just take a lot of power off your shots, and you're just minimising the errors, forcing the other team to make errors, which is just my game now. That one does go over my head, and I do manage to get that back over on a lob, and I try and read the Chiquita, but Salik came across there. It just put me off, not too much, but I think his movement just put me off a tiny bit. It's more on me making a bad shot. I don't want to blame him for that. It is what it is, though. It does happen when you're playing with someone kind of newish for the first time. You're not going to really know if they're making that ball. But we do get to 30-15 here and a chance to try and take this next game. But unfortunately, as I'm seeing, Kelly plays that straight down to the feet, and it's a tough shot for Salik to get to. And I go for a lob there, and I try and force my way into the net. Salik makes it there, but that ball keeps coming back to me at the back of the court, and Salik backs up as well. He's very good at coming in with me and just going back, and I do end up playing a backhand down the line there. And that's a winner from just in the middle of the court there, which is it's like the hardest place to make a winner. So I was pleased with myself. But they win the next point, and that one hit straight at me. I couldn't really do much about that. It just is what it is, getting tagged sometimes. But we've got 5-3 here and a chance to serve out for the set. Let's see if we can. And after what I think was a gritty first set, we did up get into the second set here. And this point, I think it was a really, really long point. So I'm just going to let this play out and you'll watch it. I'll come back afterwards. As you can see, we do end up winning the first point of this second set here. It just went on forever, I felt. They play a nice little drop shot that I just couldn't get up to. It just caught me off guard. Genuinely, I hate one of them ones because you're just all the way back at the back of the court and they just dink it. which is just tough to get to. And that's another tough shot to get to, all the way down at the feet. Playing to the feet is very important, you know. That's something I'm learning with my Chiquitas. It's very, very tough for them to dig out. And even if they dig it out, it pops up and it kind of just sets you up for a volley. And it's something I've been learning and working on a lot. And this first game in this second set, it was a really tough game to get through. I can't remember if we do end up taking it or if we don't, but that one goes long by Salik and they've got a chance to close out the game on their serve. So Salik just plays that shot over. I'm in the back of the court, go for a backhand Chiquita. It's played back to me. And that's just come off the cage and it's an easy setup for them to win it. No, Kelly plays it down the line. Salik goes for it. And look at this, it's just hustling. Each player on the court was just playing well. I do end up playing a little shot down to the feet there. And this first game was just tough, but I could not get to that serve. I think it was a bit slower, so it caught me off guard, which frustrates me sometimes. But I think we do end up jumping ahead to the fourth game here, yeah. Because I think, honestly, the next two games were kind of just errors out of both of us. So, I mean, no one really wants to see it. I don't think it'd be great content, but yeah, just know it wasn't the most highest of quality. But talking on that, Kelly sends that one into a glass for the net. She should have probably put that away. And they did that's one break point gone for them. I play that shot into the cage. Salik plays it back again. And somehow he's dug that out. So I have to play a boast off the glass. And what do I play? I'll play a lovely shot down the line there to get us to juice here in the fourth game. And I do pick up 2 easy points on my serve here, which does take it to 2-all. You know, there's just good serves from me and they couldn't really return it. So it's nice to pick up 2 easy points, especially on juice, because you just get out of that game, you know, without a worry in the end. Salik plays a shot there, which probably was going out. I don't know if that was dropping in, but it gets us to love 30 on their serve. So we've got a bit of an upper hand here. I play a really awkward lob there. I don't know what I've done, but I do read off that double glass. That shot's played to Salik. You know, I'm just getting peppered here. I probably should have waited for that to come off the glass, but Kelly does a good job of just aiming at me out of position and off balance. It was a really good play from her. But I do go for a lob down the middle there. She plays a boast off the glass. Salik just plays it back to her. He goes for another one down the middle. It's read very well, but I just keep that in with a volley. And I think oh no, I deal with that on my overhead. Normally I just let that go over my head on a lob, but I've done well. And they're just peppering me. I go for a forehand, but it unfortunately hits the net. It's poor for me. I should have kept that in. But we do get gifted with a 3-point there and a chance to get a break here in a second set. Which we do get gifted as that one hits the back glass. So we reach 30 all here in the 6th game. That one I'm reading off the glass, going for a lob, getting back in the net position, And that one he just couldn't deal with. I think it was quite close to the glass, which is just awkward when it bounces like that. Salik plays a volley there, and that is an unbelievable angle I could not get to. It was incredible. I just didn't expect it. And that's another one down the line. If just both of us being out of position off the serve, it's going to happen. And Salik sends that back into the cage or the glass. Not sure which one. That's 3-all. They get the break back instantaneously. So it's a chance for us to try and work back and find a break of ourselves if we can. And we do indeed find that break back quickly. You know, you can't go 4-3 down there. We get a bit nervy. We do go 4-3 up, in fact, which is much better for us and, you know, puts it on our serve for the next 2 games if we can. But they pick up the first point. I do reply with that shot. Salik keeps it alive with a nice little shot off the cage there. A lot of luck involved, but we take those. I play a backhand over to Kelly. Salik keeps it alive as well. It's a really good get for him. And I think he goes for a lob there. Yeah, it's a bit short, but he reads that next one. And he plays a nice little shot down the middle. They do keep it alive, though. And I just send that one down the middle. It was soft and it had spin on, so it's a difficult shot for them to get to. And here, I think I do another little one like that, yeah. And I play it overhead there. And this one, it just rebounded off his racket. So I had to try and keep it off the side glass. And that one again, I go for a Chiquito. It's a bit high though, and we do get gifted with that. So we go 5-3 up here. A chance for us to just see out this game and hopefully take home the dub. Let's see if we can. And as you can see, we got 3 game point opportunities. And you'll see the rain started to come down. This one did get a bit wet later on. So let's see if we can close the game off. So here we are at 40-15. We've let the first game point go. They're peppering me in the corner here. I read that one off the glass, try and go for a lob, try and dig that out, but I can't. You know, I think the weather conditions are playing its part here. And here we go again. They play that shot over to me. Can I finish it off? Yeah, I do. And that's a big, big dub for us to take. Me and Salik. It's a pleasure to play with him, honestly. It was a good game, and fair play to our opponents for making it good. I'll see you in the next video.